Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. My people, they said that allegedly the king Ooni of Ife blasted the Ifa priest over a shocking revelation concerning his wives. We do know that some days ago they said there was a revelation from the Ifa priest, and they said the man talked about how some of the wives is on a mission in the palace to destroy the king and to dethrone him and all of that. And we do know that the king have been facing some very big challenges from these women recently, because they are not peaceful at all. They are blasting each other. They are just giving themselves woto every now and then in the palace. And it is getting to the king. In as much as he needs many wives, I don't think he needs many trouble. But one thing is certain. The more the women, the more the trouble. So my people, they said the Ifa priest made that revelation, telling the king to be warned and to be very careful and all of that. But they said the way the king retorted him, telling him that you people are my worst enemy, because had it been that during the time these women are brought to you to check them if they are peaceful or if they mean well for the throne, that you did what you're supposed to do, that all this wouldn't have been happening. Because we do know that they said before the king married all these women, that each and every one of them was brought to a Ifa priest to, look into them spiritually, because they believe that the Ifa priest will see tomorrow, or see what these women, or see their intention towards the king and the throne. So, and because they are being verified by the Ifa priest, that is why they said the king went ahead to marry them. But from the look of things now, it's beginning to sound as if the Ifa priest did not do what he's supposed to do. Because if he had done what he's supposed to do, as in verify them, check them very well before presenting to the king, there won't be stories like the one we are hearing now. But the king blasted him, telling him that you are my enemy because you collected money from all these women. Yes, you collected money, and you joined force with some elders who doesn't want me to remain in the throne, to present all these troubled women to me. And now I am facing the consequences. They said the king was so mad at Ifa priest, telling him that he no longer needs his services, that all his revelations should be kept to him, that he should keep them to himself, that let this be the first and last, that they are the reason why he is in a mess today, that they are the reason, especially the Ifa priest, is the reason why QueenNaomi is out of the palace today, that he no longer trusts in them. And I was like, if truly the Ifa priest brought these women to you, did they blindfold you? Can't you at least make your human investigation, physical investigation about them before involving yourself in a marriage with them? In as much as the Ifa priest will be blamed here, the king should take the greater blame. Yes, he shouldn't be pushing his blame on the Ifa priest and the elders alone. He should be wise enough to see that there are some enemies of the throne in that palace. And the best thing he's supposed to do was to check these women very well. Make a physical verification, in as much as they said the Ifa priest must have done with the spiritual verification and all of that. He's supposed to make inquiries. It is done everywhere. Before you marry a woman, before you marry any lady, you go ahead and check the family background, the lineage of that person before marrying that person. So trying to say that a Ifa priest is the main cause of the problem here, I totally disagree with the king, my people. From where I got this message, this information on social media, a lot of people responded, as in their comments word me, because the way they were blasting the king, telling the king, don't just blame the Ifa priest for your troubles and or your mistakes. That is because you cannot control that small thing under your your legs. That is why you involve yourself in these women. And let's not forget that in as much as we are talking about the Olories in the palace, they said there are other concubines which are also bringing problem between the king and those Olories in that palace. Is it Ifa priest that introduced those ones too? That is my question. Oh. Are we going to blame Ifa priest and some elders about this one too? Recall they said that when QueenNaomi left the palace, the king told his father that he is going to marry so many women to replace QueenNaomi, or so that they will fill the vacuum that QueenNaomi left in the palace. From what we heard, they said his father told him that it is not the way to do things. That if he do it, that he might regret it at last, because there is no woman that can fill that vacuum that he thought QueenNaomi left. And even if he choose to marry, not too many, and he shouldn't allow them, bring them to the palace. That is what they said the father advised him then. But he thinks the father is not making sense. Yes, he thought the father is not making sense. Now it is very clear to him that what an elder sit and see, that even if you climb on top of tree, that you might not see it. That is because the father is advanced enough and wise to see that marrying many women will bring more problems to you and to the throne. But because he thought he's wiser than his father, I don't know, or maybe he's king over his father and all of that. I don't know. I don't just know. That was why they said he keep neglecting the man's advice, and until this stage, now he's running back to the father, seeking for the father's advice again. So trying to blame anyone for this mistake is out of it. The best thing for the king to do is to accept his mistakes wholeheartedly, then find a way out of it. But by the time he keeps blaming people for this misfortune, you find out that he's not ready to make amends, because he will see it as if he's not the problem. It is these people that are the problem. So on that note, he cannot make any further step to correct the mistakes and all of that. So guys, what do you think? Do you think Ifa priest is the main problem here, or the king not taking the right decision, or not listening to his father is the main problem? So guys, whatever you think, share with us on the comment section, okay? Don't forget that they are all alleged information, okay? Like I told you, they are all gathered on social media and other platforms, okay? So it should be taken as such. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. My God will bless you. Please follow this page for more. Give it a thumbs up, say your opinion, and share my video. My God will bless you. Don't forget, I still love you. Bye for now.